Good day, good people, and welcome to Dr. Stephanie Creates. I am Stephanie, and today I am going to share with you my currently inks for November. Now, one thing I wanted to say off top is I know you guys come on YouTube to watch these currently inked videos because we enjoy them, and I know that I do, but I can't be the only person who records a video and then adds more colors and more pens throughout the month. Please tell me in the comments I'm not the only person. Because as I was setting up for this video and I was pulling out my pens for the month, I realized before I even pressed record that I wanted to add another pen to this currently ink and add another color. So I'll be doing that with you guys today on camera. But it just had me thinking, surely I'm not the only person that changes their mind or adds a color um, after we've recorded our said currently inks. So just let me know in the comments. But with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started on currently inks because we are definitely off and running for the month of November. So I have a couple of samples and a couple of bottles here. Well, I actually have some samples that I've already turned into bottle purchases that I want to share for November. So here's my notebook, and today we'll be using the Stalogy and finishing it up. Well, we still have enough room for December, but this was a very well loved and used um, notebook for the year, and I plan to use it as one of my options for next year as well. As you guys know, I've used a lot of different notebooks, just trying to try them all out and see, how they perform with the color. But at any rate, this is a Stalogy. Um, these are the pens that I plan to use for November, and then I'm going to add this Monte Grappa because it needs a little love. But I have my Lamy Ion. I have a new Penlux. This is a Penlux Concerto in amber. I did not do an appropriate unboxing for it, but this is a new pen and it came as a set with a London Toolbar ink that I'll also be sharing today called Eternal Tear, which is a pretty brown, but that came as a set. Finally, after over a year, I have finally inked up my TWSBI VAC 700. It's been in my collection, but I never inked it up to use it. And then I have been interested in Levenger pens, so I finally bit the bullet and purchased one for myself and purchased one for that Rhonda girl for her birthday. Um, so I'll be sharing that with you. And then lastly, one of my Leonardo's I'll be using as well. So I'll move those off to the side. Just wanted you to see what we are working with. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try again a few different tools in this swatch. Still trying to find a style that I am comfortable with or that I like in doing this. So we're going to start with the muddler end of this glass spoon. And this color is KWZ Gray Lux. And it's funny that it's called Gray Lux because to me it's a deep dark green. But it has some gray tones in it. Okay. So I guess I can kind of see where the term gray comes from. Let me get situated and move some things around so that I don't cause a mess today. Okay, and again, that color is KWZ Gray Lux, and I have put that in this Lamy Ion or Aeon. And this is called Gray Lux. I like it because of the tone of the green in it, and I think it matched well with this pen. Okay, next is the ink from the set I was telling you about. This is a London Toolbar ink. It is called Eternal Tear. Y'all let me know, is this a new ink or is this just an ink that happened to be paired with this beautiful pen? Because I am unsure. And if it is a new ink, I'd like for you guys to know that it's a new ink. Okay. Just want to put a little bit more on that swatch. Okay. Again, this is called Eternal Tear. It's in the brown family. I don't know if the camera's picking it up good, but there's seems to be some pinkish reddish tones in it. So that's cute. That's nice. And again, this is a Penlux pen. My first Penlux. Was interested in this brand, so got a good deal on it and decided to pick it up. It's Concerto Amber. London Toolbar. Eternal Tear. It's the name of that ink. Now see, I made it look like it says fear, but it says tear. You guys know it wouldn't be a Stephanie video if she didn't do something. Again, in this nice Penlux pen. Next, I had to grab my bottle because I couldn't find my sample. I'm not sure what I did with it. But this is a Pilot Irashizuku in Sung Yoi. Beautiful purplish, pinkish, maroonish, way too much on the swatch-ish color. And I have shown you guys this beautiful ink before because I bought it when I purchased the Scarlet Lamy Safari. I thought that they were a perfect match. And I have just grown to love the color even beyond that pen. Okay, and again, I put this in my TWSBI VAC 700 with a fine nib. And I hadn't told you guys the nibs of the other pens, but they are all fine as well. Okay, just that fast. What is this pen? TWSBI VAC 700. And this color is Pilot Iro Shizuku in the color Sungyoi. And I do really, really like that color. Okay, just two more, you guys. The next color is an Inkybara blue. It's Inkybara Midnight Blue. And I just realized that my Inkybara video has not been edited and uploaded yet. So you would have seen this color had I done that so far, but that's okay, or had I done that in advance. But it's all good. You'll get to see it now, and it's called Midnight Blue. I think it's a pretty blue. I want to spread it out just so you guys can see how pretty that blue is. And this was my first batch of Inky Bar Blue, meaning I ordered a couple of samples of that brand after watching some videos and becoming interested in the brand. So this is one of the blues I picked up. And this pen is actually by Levenger. And it's what they call the True Writer. Yeah, this is also a fine nib. And this is the Inky Bar ink in Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue. And I'm hoping to enjoy it in this pen. Right now, it's been a pretty good writer. So I'm hoping to enjoy that. Okay, that looks good. Sorry if I left y'all hanging with that sentence. I was just really staring at the color. Okay, and I have moved around. Okay, there we go. I was going to say I've moved around on this desk. And next to last is Ferris Wheel Press Lost in the Leaves. Now remember why I picked this ink. It is a shimmer ink, and the shimmer is a pink tone, but the darkness of this green, the mutedness, is just very foresty, in my opinion, and I like the depth of the color in this green. It just reminds me of a harvesty, fallish type color, if you can see that in this swatch. That's what drew me to this ink. Yeah, and also I think I have a full bottle of that as well. And I put that in this Leonardo Momento Zero. And you see it's a pretty green and blue pen. Such a smooth writer too. I love my Leonardos. And this ink again is a Ferris Wheel Press ink. And it is Lost in the Leaves. Okay, so while that's drying before we wrap it up, like I said at the beginning, I sat down to record and realized I'd like to ink up one more pen. So in doing that, let me get some utensils as to not make the world's biggest mess. But I am going to ink up my Monte Grappa. It's this black, white, gray. Beautiful pen that doesn't get much love and should. I'm going to ink it with Van Diemen's Leonidas. It is from the Greek Heroes series, and I should know my Greek heroes, but Leonidas, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I don't mind at all. I'd rather learn what it is correctly if I'm not saying it correctly. It is a beautiful red, just in time for this Beautiful red season. You guys know me with my reds. But I just think this is a beautiful color. And what's funny is this is the swatch, but yet the bottle is on its way. And I hadn't even put it in the pen yet. Get me somebody. It was between this and Winterberry by Diamine, but I know Winterberry is a shimmer. So I may save that for a bigger nib within the month or even wait till December. But I had to get a red in this lineup. And you guys know how I am with some of my pens. So with this one, I'm going to fill up through the converter. I know that's not always the best way, but that's what I do sometimes. So that's what I chose to do for today. That way I don't have to worry about staining the nib parts that are lighter, especially with this red ink. And I'm sure I've shared that with you guys before. That's how I stained one of my white pens before. Okay, so just bear with me. This is the last one. Let me get the ink flowing. Okay. This is a Monte Grappa again with a fine nib. Oh, and this is an Elmo one. And again, the ink is Van Diemen's. And I'm not going to mispronounce his name again. Leo Nodis. And this is a nice writer as well. So that ends the lineup. Let me show you the pens again I chose. That ends the lineup of the pens. Try to get them so you can see them. Okay. The Lamy Ion, the Penlux Concerto in Amber, the TWSBI VAX 700R, the Levenger True Writer, the Leonardo Memento Zero, and then my Monte Grappa. Okay. And with that, the colors, here we go. We have that Gray Luxe, which is a deep green, but you see it does dry down very gray. So I guess they knew what they were talking about. The London Toolbar Eternal Tear, dried to a pretty brown. The Pilot Iroshizuku Sungyoi, you see it shades to a green from that pretty burgundy. The Levenger, the Inky Barra Midnight Blue, shaded to a gorgeous red from that blue. Then the Leonardo Memento Zero with the Lost in the Leaves. That shimmer dried with the green shimmer. And then lastly, that Monte Grappa pen with the Van Diemen ink in that beautiful red. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with my November currently ink for right now. Sorry for making you guys dizzy with the camera. I just kind of wanted you to see